What's going on, guys? So in this video we're going to be diving a little bit deeper into a fragrance that's made sporadic appearances on the channel, most notably in the monthly gym rotation as well as pretty frequently in the weekly rotation videos. Of course, today we're talking about Jaguar Pace Accelerate, the flanker to the Peppery shower gel fragrance Jaguar Pace. Stay tuned. So I'll pull the notes up on screen for you guys. I have the Jaguar Fragrances website right here, which is where I'll pull the notes from. It's classified as an aromatic fougere, top of bergamot, mandarin, and citrus wood. The heart's white pepper, coriander, and juniper berry. The heart's very important to remember. Base notes of vetiver and musk. So I've been wearing this one a pretty good bit. I've dropped the juice level decent. Like, I've worn this one more than I typically wear a fragrance to do a review. I've just been enjoying it. Surprisingly enjoying this. I wear this much more than I wore its original, and I like the original. So in the opening, obviously it's bright, juicy, fresh citrus, more of a bergamot smell than anything else. It does have other notes in here, mandarin and citrus wood. The woody note nuance is definitely there. The vetiver that's in here I would consider more on the fresh and woody side, but the main things that stand out is this pepper coriander combo. It's a very peppery, fresh, spicy scent profile. I think that's why I like it so much, because it's very airy and watery. The citrus notes don't really give too much of a zest. It's more of a mouth-watering, overtly fresh type of opening with a lot of pepper going on. Like I said, the white pepper note and the coriander, I don't know which I'm getting more of. It just has this pepper smell to it, and it's absolutely lovely. I have it on my hand. In fact, I haven't sprayed my fragrance for the evening yet. This is in the evening that I'm recording this, so spray that 4 on. I now have 6 sprays on, which I typically spray about 5 to 7 sprays, so that's kind of in the norm for me. Magnificent. I'm smelling the beautiful scent bubble I have going right now. This is extremely underrated, cheap, hidden gem. I could have did this review weeks ago. I've worn it enough. I've worn it 3 handfuls of times, something like that. Wear it to the gym pretty often. I'll only do 3 sprays when I wear it to the gym. In fact, at the recording of this, I wore it to the gym this morning. It's just such an, like, I wanted to be underwhelmed when I got it. I thought, I'll give it a try. I like the original. Maybe this one won't be as good. This is better than the original. It just is. If you like airy and fresh, spicy fragrances with a nice woody touch in the back, and it kind of dries down to woods. It's not super musky, but it's a little musky. This might be worth trying. I paid a little over $20 for this 100 milliliter bottle. I believe mid-20s is going rate for this one. Doesn't really get any love. I don't know of anybody that talks about that. I don't watch too many content creators these days. Only a select few of people that I watch, and I never see them talk about it. And then I don't really see any scent of the day posts across Facebook or IG. So it's kind of really flying under the radar. This one did not pick up the temporary hype that the original Jaguar Pace picked up. And it's kind of criminal in some ways because this is a better fragrance. It doesn't have as much of a shower gel smell as the original. It's, like I said, if you like peppery fragrances, and I don't mean make you sneeze type of peppery, but dominant fresh spicy pepper note. This is some really good stuff. I think the scent on this one's actually quite surprising and incredible, and I think more people need to get their nose on this one because this is great casually. It's a solid gym fragrance. I've been wearing it for that. It's great as a work fragrance, obviously. I think it really doubles well in an office space because it's not too loud and offensive, whereas we'll talk about performance in a little bit. And even in the evenings, I like to wear it just hanging around the house, out the shower in the evening. So it kind of works for all 3 facets of the day, of my day. I just think it smells good. Now, as far as performance, this is where some people will say that's not enough, and some people will be like, oh, that's perfect for that scent profile and for the sub $30 I'm going to spend. 4 to 5 hours. I don't really complain about that for something so airy and fresh that I paid mid-20s for. To get 4 to 5 hours of longevity, pretty much every single time I wear it, too. And I've worn it, like I said, like 3 handfuls of times at this point. Maybe even a little more than that, honestly. It's good stuff. The projection, bright and airy. I've mentioned bright and airy a few times. So when you have a bright and airy opening, it's going to be pretty loud, especially in the first 30 minutes. On into the first hour, bordering hour and a half, that's where it's going to start to sit a bit close to the skin. But it's not just super weak skin scent at that point. It's maybe one click above being a skin scent for a few hours, obviously into that 4 to 5 hour mark. It doesn't leave a ton of sillage. It will, especially in the first 2 to 3, maybe even the 4 hour mark, but 2 to 3 hours, it will give you light wafts reminding you it's there. Like I said, very safe, very inoffensive, but great for somebody on a budget that doesn't want something super synthetic, doesn't exactly smell like everything else, decent performer, and you're not going to spend much money. I think it kind of suits the scent profile and the price point for this one. I think the performance is just fine for Jaguar Pace Accelerate. Final thoughts on Jaguar Pace Accelerate. The one elephant in the room that we did not address yet is it gets most notably compared to Encre Noir Sport from Lalique. And I got to tell you, not that redundant. Similar, sure, they have their ways. This is more of an earthy and smoky vetiver with some watery notes and such. A nice, juicy, very juicy bergamot. This is actually a better quality fragrance for right around a little bit more. This one's a couple dollars more than this one. Sure, if I'm just getting one, I'm definitely getting Encre Noir Sport. It's a better fragrance overall, but it's also not the exact same fragrance. Like I said, I can see where some people get some of the similarities. It's fresh, spicy. It's based around vetiver. This is much more based around the pepper and coriander, to be honest with you. It does not have the earthy appeal of the Encre Noir line, whether it's the original, the Isla Extreme, or definitely the Sport. That is much more earthy than this fragrance, and it's more of a bitter juiciness and very juicy bergamot, whereas this is just airy and fresh. It's not quite as zesty or bitter or as juicy of a citrus as Encre Noir Sport. This kind of takes, the heart is the main focus of this fragrance, I would say, with that airy, fresh, spicy appeal from the pepper and the coriander. And like I said, you just get this ozonic appeal to it. I don't think they're even close enough to be considered that relatable, but like I said, I understand what some people compare the two. And honestly, I think this is a better than good fragrance. I mean, hell, I keep going back to it. I keep wearing it. I'm not going to sit here and say it's very good. It doesn't quite hit a 7 to 7.5, but I think it's better than good. I think Jaguar Pace Accelerate is a 6 out of 10 fragrance. This is solid stuff. I don't really think you're doing bad, even if you blind buy this one, which I'm not encouraging. I don't know how easy it would be to sample, but you could do a lot worse with blind buys. This is a pretty safe fragrance overall, especially if you're in the market for airy and fresh spicy. I know I keep bringing that up because that's the main things, the main attributes of this fragrance is it's very airy and fresh, and that pepper spice dominates this fragrance with a light musk in the backdrop and a little touch of woods. It's literally that simplistic. Performance is kind of right below average to average. It's a solid fragrance through and through. That's why I say it's a 6 out of 10. It's better than good. Well, that's my thoughts and feelings on Jaguar Pace Accelerate. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. So I do appreciate all the feedback, and I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have tried this? I know there's a few people that'll be in the comments saying, I knew you would love it. I can't remember. I apologize. I don't remember your profile name. There's somebody that for the longest time said, I really think you'll dig this. You need to try this. And since I've gotten it and featured it, he's like, I knew you would love it. I'm the one that told you you would like this. I apologize. I can't remember your name, but you were right. And I do really like this. I don't think it's so amazing that everybody needs to run out and get it. But I think if you're looking for something that's a little bit different and you like spicy, but you want fresh and spicy, this is extremely fresh, but still pretty damn spicy. It's solid stuff. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Jaguar Pace Accelerate and you give it a spray now, you might end up thanking me later. Have a good one, guys.